What's up everyone, it's Boers, new video, new masterclass, and today I will be talking about France, Slimane, one of the best stagings of Eurovision 2024 and exactly the perfect example of how you narrate the song with a minimum effort. Even though it's not definitely effortless and somebody really need to thought about it and also work on it. Let's talk! Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a masterclass. No, you don't need to subscribe because you probably already did. Thank you for being a member. Consider becoming exclusive member. And also, I'm very grateful that I can talk to you because that means that you care about my content, you care about being supportive to me, also this channel, and also this is how I can give it to you back. To deliver a staging masterclass, something what I really like to talk about, something I can spend hours in, something what I already did also, like even a few years ago, but still finding new recipes, how would I do it, and so on and so on and so on, and learning. And Eurovision for me, it's absolutely amazing learning platform. It's a workshop ongoing with brilliant ideas, also the bad ones. And when you get to this, and I hope that after you will watch all those masterclasses, you will understand much more what might be a bad, like good staging, and what probably not, and you will be able to describe it. So let's talk about France, let's watch it together, and then let's also go step by step. I will also be talking during it, I will just make sure that it's not too loud. And we'll give you the points of interest, where you should focus, why you should focus, why are you focusing over here, even though things are happening even around, and why. So let's do this and let's go. I think we already had better graphics at Eurovision, but this was nice. So we started narrating immediately. I think that this could be done this way or different way, but what is important in here, that we are looking straight here and then the focus is changing, and actually he changed it by hand probably, or maybe not, doesn't matter, but he was interacting with the camera, and the camera on Steadicam, which is very hard shot, is going with him and the thing floating over or out of him and to him, pointing. It's interacting. This is how you should do interaction with the camera. Actually, this is exactly the point how you should do it. This is all Steadicam shot, very hardcore, going around from the right distance. Also, everything is in big depth of field, like me now. If I go closer and further, everything behind me, it's getting blurred. Simple lights. It's not about beating, it's about Slimane all the time. They needed to decide this. And then you don't think about that something is missing in here, because your focus is here. And I like this. Why the voice? It's just simple, in simplicity, interaction. What Greece was missing completely. Also huge depth of field, interaction again. Clean, a mist. Again, it's starting with interaction. This is just this is a pure brilliance. The funny thing is that he's completely wet on face. This is weird. Beats, brilliant. And this, of course, this is a shot which we say this is the money shot, right? This is the money, and actually this is where the money is, because this is brilliant. I think it would deserve a little bit more distance to really sell the huge of arena where he is singing to. This, in my opinion, is a little bit mistake, but a little bit, but they probably couldn't do it because of all the time Steadicam is there, and also this. They basically, it's simple, right? Brilliant. And 3 minutes like nothing, like this. And the reason is that you're still there all the time, and there are so many nice little details. So let's now go through them. I will put this a little bit aside so you can see much more clear. I hope you do. Yes. I will just check if the focus is there. Yeah, I think it's alright. So let's go step by step. Let's go with this shot, establishing shot, where you're focusing on Slimane. And this interaction first tells you where the story will go. This is the storytelling. Yes, they defocus, focus, and what I like on it, that most of it when it goes on Steadicam, and I think on Steadicam in general, everything around Slimane is blurred. So that is this filmic method or huge depth of field which makes your eye focus just exactly this way, because everything goes this way, like central, like to me. Do focus have me? Does focus have me? Now you can see me, and where my hand shouldn't be in focus. Now I put the hand in front. My hand should be in focus, and now I am in focus. Even this camera is kind of fast sometimes it's not, but I will make an experiment in here that now it should be much more visible that this is not in focus. Now my finger is in focus, and now my head will become in focus, right? Yes. So this is the experiment I just wanted to show you. It narrates better. That's why also the picture in here, in general, just looks give me a second. No, here. Okay, whatever. That's why also the picture of my videos looks a little bit better, narrating better, because I make it look that the point of interest should be my face, basically. Not all the time it works perfectly, but this is what I intend to do. So this is one of the tricks of this staging. The other thing is, see, it's na 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 na. You have the calm lights over here, but you have them there. It's somebody needs to think about it. Don't blink it. Don't do something. Do like piano. Dun, 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 dun. It's everything. All this one line basically tells you, here's your point of interest. Look in here. Look over here. This is where you want and need to look. And also those lines, they are just creating this contrast, but giving you this vibe of the song. For me, this is the staging perfection, when somebody really feels the song, supporting the song and the artist, nothing else. It's not about the storytelling. Like, the song is about love, but you cannot see hearts everywhere or something. It's Slimane's acting, Slimane's performance, and then supportive elements. And this is, in this case, light and the camera narrative, which is this interaction. This gesture, like he is the puppeteer. The camera follows the storyline. Let's go with the hand. Then he does those gestures. Unnecessary, necessary, doesn't matter. I think this is not important. But they reveal the other stage. Like, they played with the stage brilliantly. They create a noodle. They didn't need all stage. They create one noodle. They create the one background. Very simplistic. Very, very simplistic. I go back so establishing the song, which is nice, calm, lovable. This is it. This is the thing. This is what it goes. This is what it's all about. Then we go in here. Another contra. Contra works the way that the silhouettes is something what leads you, because everything is white in here. It again creates this narrative, like if you watch Barbara Spravi performance or Loreen, this is something what it's very eyes pleasing, because again it's pinpointing where you should go, because everything is bright. It creates atmosphere because you cannot see over here, and that makes everything about Slimane. Everything is about him and his emotion and his acting. Of course, his acting is part of the staging. This is, if you have, as a director, producer, whoever working there has artists like Slimane who can amazingly sing and has amazing performance skill. So that means that you believe the authenticity, you believe the artist, what the artist is doing. Even it's rehearsed, it's perfectly rehearsed, every smile, everything, but it looks authentic. It is probably very authentic also. Here, this is part of the victory, and then you don't need to create crazy stuff around it to do an illusion that you don't need the artist there because you need to mask something. No, this is the pinpoint point of interest. This is why all the songs I also picked for top 5, but also the songs which won or get very high at Eurovision, the artist was in the center of the attention all the time. They didn't try to mask it. This is the point of interest all the time. His smile, this, and they don't need more. It's still this one LED line, the graphics very cheap, kind of. And then this, I love it. On the beat, they support just the beat. So something happened in the song immediately. Brilliant. Just one idea, one light. They still keep it absolutely clean. So nothing takes your attention. Of course, they could also lit up the whole LED screening. Also, it would look cool. But this is design. Minimalistic, chic, clean, very French. Still, we are on one shot, right? This is one shot. Then we go back. When again the tension is here, the heart is there. It's like the repetition is the key. So for you, it's already a familiar move. That's why they put it back. Hey, it worked once. Let's do it again. Not to show so many things. Let's make this space safe for you. And maybe you say like, okay, but this is like doesn't work like this. Your brain works like this, and this is why they did it because that's why it works, and this is why this staging is brilliant because it feeds your brain with the information which are safe for you. You feel safe and comfy with Slimane because he invites you to his room, and his room is pleasant, warm, even though everything it's cold. It's cold colors. Nothing, it's, screaming like, hey, come in here, but your brain thinks like this, and because this is all the pleasant pictures, it's absolutely good for your eyes. You're in, you just watch it, and because for your brain it's automatically pleasant, your ears are hearing better, so your focus is absolute. This is just like brilliance. Again, we go very filmic, and we go very sharp also. And this is the very first time where the camera really goes absolutely non-details around. I think this is the most biggest depth of field because they wanted you to focus here on Slimane, and everything light, everything you see around here. This is supporting elements to just keep a depth, because if it's just black, it would feel flat. If it's just white, it would again feel flat because it will be telling you how far it is. You will focus on this space, but because the lights are over here and it's in big depth of field, it creates a space which maybe looks absolutely different than it really is. I don't know how this room actually look for you in the background, for example, but it creates this kind of feeling of space. It's very important for the brain that you don't look on something 2D because this is somehow disturbing, and this feels fit. Every shot makes sense. They're using just very simple few things, but that needs bravery, It's not automatic. That needs bravery. Keep it calm, piano, don't over affect it, keep it easy. Still one shot. And now he's, for the first time, he's stepping out and he's doing this brilliant. And again, it's like, ah. And because he's prolonging, they're going with this line. Another very nice simple detail. But they're going with the line, and they're also did very nice simple detail. But somebody again needs to think about it. They make it narrow, and because they then prolong this, and at the same time when it hits the same length, it's going with him. So it's for your brain it's automatic. But why did they fill it this? Because they wanted to keep the simple line shape. They didn't. This is not an important effect. It's more likely for your brain to be fat. Calm, look smoothly, then this continues to fill the space, create this kind of wingish element, and then he again goes in front of the camera. Boom, boom, Steadicamist, a wonderful job. This is so hardcore camera work, but he did it. It's still one camera guy, one operator, still no edit. Now you enjoy the arena. In my opinion, unnecessarily lit up, but they're filling it with they're starting to fill in it with the mist, with the fog, going down, so you don't know what's happening. And if you're, of course, we are hardcore fan, we knew what happens, but imagine it, you're seeing it for the first time, you don't know, like, what's happening, you're still with him, pleasant, everything works smoothly, you're there in the song, absolutely, everything is just white, it's simple, it's understandable, and then he just takes you again with him, come with me, sing with me. Nothing is happening, they are not accenting almost any musical part unless that beat which will separate this first edit, this first one shot to the moment when he steps out from the microphone, and they accent it that something is changing. And this is also brilliant because this is the only accent which is strong in the whole song. Hear it once again. First edit, and they wanted to go through this, so they keep the strobo over here in one shot. There's 1 and 2 beats, and on third is here. This is rule of 3. It's 3 or 5. 5. So on 5th we're getting here, and it's for your brain and ears. This is automatically it's pleasant again. I don't know how to describe it better. It's pleasant feeling for your brain that, okay, this is how it should be. And you don't question, like, your brain's not questioning it. Of course you don't probably question it, but your brain's not questioning it. And it's a absolutely smooth transition. And also, like, already we are 2 minutes in one camera shot. Amazing, brilliant perfection narrating. Brilliant, we go here. Then again, they use the beat, and you feel that the lights did the beat, but of course they didn't. They didn't do it, but because they connect sound and light opening, you feel this makes sense, right? Even though those effects are separated. Brilliant, filmic. This is what in films are doing when they in the movies, when they put the reflector on, it's always goes to the sound like. This is what happened in here. The sound elements in the song are supported minimally, but when they do, they stand out like this. Okay, now watch in here. And because they did this, this is just brilliant. In my opinion here, because they wanted to keep it simple, I really would like that if there is a long crane or some, like the longest crane shot, to see how he's small singing for the whole arena, but maybe it didn't look good, but this is what I would wish for. Because still you feel the arena over here. Detail. This is the third cut. Fourth, and we are going back to the Steadicam game. And now we're doing the filmic, and we are in the safe environment again. And again, what they do in here. This only beat in the song is again supported by light. And you have a feeling that the lights are doing the sound, but they don't. But it works for the brain as it does. When I will be then talking about Czechia, you will compare with this. For example, I'm giving this as an example because I was studying it a lot, because I wanted to understand what, like, it's very visible where exactly those accents are done exactly the way how it shouldn't be, but in here this is a perfection. And now the beat doesn't matter. Now it's again about Slimane, mist. He's narrating the safe environment for you and just clean design. And that's it. Simple, right? Simple but effective. Narrating, few beat effect with the lights, because lights are supporting the beat exactly at the moment when they should, so they have this sound. And on it does. Actually, Serbia also suffered with this. It never was done on the beat. That was, so many people tell me about Serbia, oh my god, the camera work. No, if the lights work is there, supported the way it is, the picture for you wouldn't be disturbing and it would make sense. But in Serbia it does. I will do the masterclass like you have this heartbeat over there and it does and then the light do instead of like it does That doesn't work. Light supports beat or some very like songish element, something big like wah, everything goes there, or camera work, wah, camera goes off or in. So you're supporting the flow of the song. This change, but the camera work over here, brilliant. This masterclass is closer. It's smaller because first of all, everything in here was perfect. There are not so many details which I need to pinpoint. They basically closer. They did everything in the filmic way, and it shows how Eurovision can be variable. That even though you have all the technology in the world, you can keep it simple. Those are the most important decisions. It didn't follow any story because the story was the song. I don't need to understand French to understand the tension in Slimane, and that was the goal. Support this guy and just make it very easy for the brain with some very effective things, which basically was cheap. No prop, only the mic and elements of the arena. Of course, they didn't use the cubes, but they did use those lights because it wasn't just cubes. They basically used the arena in the maximum for their way without overdo it. And overdoing, it's all like, if it's not purposely overdone for the songs like Finland where it makes absolute sense, then it's brilliant. Calm song, tense song, intensive singing, this, and of course the brilliant idea of doing this, to sing a cappella kind of. This is a money shot. This why Slimane ended up fourth. I heard that in his rehearsal for juries he had some issues that he didn't sing that well for the very first time probably. Also, this, I think it's very stressful. This jury night. I heard, and I've been there so many times when you said like why the juries didn't hit it. Like I was there, for example, in 2018 for Mikolas Josef, and if you compare jury show and the show for public, it's like two completely different shows. Then you understand where you lost the points. In my opinion, it would be amazing if somehow it would be technically possible, and actually I think that by up voting it would be possible somehow if juries and public sees the same performance, and then it makes sense because basically juries and public, they are reflecting on completely two different performances and they can be really different. Of course, in my opinion, other way, professionals should do 100% every single time, even during rehearsals, but it might happen, it doesn't, and I think maybe that cost Slimane even better placing, or maybe Lasagna the winning. I don't know, it's a speculation, it doesn't matter, but what is important that the director of this staging deserves an Oscar of Eurovision. Still not the best staging for me at Eurovision. That's still Ireland in my opinion. But this is basically also the first place. The way how they supported the song is brilliant. This is how you do staging. It's not about showcase of effects. It might be, but it's more about how to support the song and the artist the best way that they will shine. That the song will stand out, the artist will stand out, that it would make sense for the song. This brilliance. And what they need, one set of lights, even though everywhere, one color palette, few LED effects on the floor. They didn't even use the back LED, they used just the real lights, real lightnings, and the mist, which also they didn't need it, but at least they wanted to upgrade a little bit of the stage with something. And that's it. No pyro, no flames, no dancers. 3 or 4 camera cuts. And it's enough with brilliant choreography of the camera, which was there. That was choreography of the camera, and also Slimane, but the camera operator needs to be choreographed. He was, or she, brilliant work. I have nothing more to say, and I'm very interested. If you're like this, what I'm saying, what I'm talking you, if you are able to accept this form of masterclass, or maybe you would like a different kind of detail or just some other different approach. Tell me what you think. I'm very curious, and also tell your friends about I'm doing those masterclasses, and if they want to learn something, let them become a member. And that's it. I really hope you enjoyed and that you learned something new. and see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.